The following video is going to focus on a commentary drive looking at hazard perception and forward planning. Can you plan ahead to see the hazard before it happens? Can you prevent it becoming a hazard? Looking ahead, we can see parked cars on both sides of the road. Think about oncoming traffic. The road ahead curves to the right. You're going to be positioned in the middle. Think about cars approaching around the bend. Keep left where possible, checking your door mirrors before changing position. Another blind corner appears. Think about approaching traffic in the middle of the road because of parked vehicles. The junction that we're approaching has particularly poor visibility. Think about picking up the correct position and hugging the curb towards the end of the road. Bring the car to a stop, look in both directions before deciding to emerge. Because of the curve of the road, think about cancelling your signal so as not to confuse other road users. Again, more parked vehicles. Think about approaching traffic. Will you need to stop? Will they need to stop? Will you just need to reduce your speed? Side roads left and right. Think about vehicles emerging. Again, door mirror check, moving to the middle of the road. Think about approaching traffic. At the next junction, there are cars parked on both sides. Still maintain your door's width and think about vehicles entering the road. Don't move to the left until you've passed the parked cars and try to get as close to white lines as possible. Ahead, we can see shops on the right hand side. Think about pedestrians and parked vehicles. As you approach, there's a vehicle parked on your side of the road. Check your door mirror. Think about vehicles entering the road as you're exiting. Again, reach the white lines to give yourself the best visibility at the junction. Driving through the town centre, think about pedestrians using the pedestrian crossing. The next mini roundabout has particularly poor visibility to the right hand side because of the large church wall. The safest option is to bring the car down to a walking pace, selecting first gear and observe effectively around the wall. Remember, oncoming traffic has to give way to you. You don't need to be fast into the roundabout, but show that you understand it's your right of way. Visibility at the next mini roundabout is much better. Can you plan ahead? See your opportunity to keep the car moving if possible. Whilst waiting at the lights, be aware of hazards approaching you from the rear. Motorcycles and cyclists may decide to filter through traffic whilst you're waiting at the lights. Hazards won't always be in front of you. Also look for pedestrians trying to use the crossing, maybe not observing that you're ready to go. Keep aware of road signs. You're being warned of a mini roundabout approaching. Completing your routine early will allow you to be better prepared for the next junction, giving you more time to observe and potentially keep the car moving. Being slow on approach doesn't always mean that you're slow through the junction. Observe pedestrian crossings, look for people using them. Can you spot the wait light? This is a double mini roundabout, so make sure that you observe to the right at the second one. Follow the road ahead. As we approach the next roundabout, it's good to be aware that the markings can be quite confusing. Both the left and the right hand lane may choose to use the middle lane as they get close to the roundabout. Check your door mirror before moving to the right or the left to pick up the middle lane to go ahead or to turn right. As you exit the roundabout, observe the pedestrian crossing. Look for pedestrians waiting. Then observe vehicles emerging from the one-way street to your left. The following junction is a very open junction. Look left and right early. You may be able to keep the car moving. As you enter Wigston Town Centre, the speed limit is 20 and there are several speed bumps. Look for pedestrians and keep your speeds low. Observe the next pedestrian crossing, again looking for the wait light and people waiting. The upcoming junction on the left hand side has a yellow box. Make sure you keep this box clear, observe the traffic ahead. If anybody is queuing at the roundabout, you may need to stop. At the mini roundabout, remember oncoming traffic gives way to us. We observe to our right hand side as we approach. Planning ahead, see the ambulance on the right hand side. Think about vehicles overtaking the ambulance and also the emergency crew. You may need to give way to oncoming traffic, even though they're on your side of the road. Think about pedestrians using the zebra crossing as well. The parked vehicle ahead is on your side of the road. That means you give way to oncoming traffic, including the cyclist. Remember, bikes have just as much right of way as any other vehicle.